Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnought. Last time we left off in the campaign, we were facing a fairly large enemy fleet of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And, well, let's dive straight in, shall we? I've been modifying my fleet formations, and in a few moments I will start the game and see the chaos unfold as all the ships move to their new positions within the fleet. Now, what do we have? First off, we have Division number 1. Division number 1 is a 11-inch battleship division. All these ships have 11-inch guns. They are my main strike force. They are the pride of this fleet, and these ships are my most valuable ones. We got Division 3. Division 3 is a division with 9-inch guns. You remember them? The Empress of India class. And these ships will be the, well, escort battleships, so to say, together with Division number 2. For Division number 2 also has 9-inch guns. So we got 10 9-inch guns battleship divisions. Well, 2 divisions, each 5 ships, 10 in total. We have a heavy cruiser force on one side of the fleet. We have another heavy cruiser force on another side of the fleet. And we have our light cruiser force to screen. Now the enemy, as we all see, is in the northeast. Around there. And I'm sure they're closer than I think. However, my fleet will need time to regroup in a proper formation. Therefore, I've decided to turn my battleship divisions more to the south in hopes of regrouping my fleet so they're in a decent formation before the battle starts. Let's go and watch chaos unfold as the Resolution and the King George ram each other's bows. The Erin decided to stop completely because, you know, why not? Fortunately, we have time. Time is our side. So I got time to regroup my fleet in a proper formation, in the formation that I want them to be. And then we can start moving in towards the enemy. Ooh, okay, you guys are on, you're the following division, right? Yeah, it's gonna take a tiny bit before they're in formation, but we're getting there. Okay, heavy cruisers, light cruisers, break off. No, in fact, this heavy cruiser, go there. Main battleship line, start your first turn. Second battleship line, start your turn as well. Enemy is to the northeast, looking good. The last battleships are in formation. Come on, yes. Light cruiser have been spotted and has been hit. Here we see one of the major problems with my fleet right now. I lack vision. Battleship line, we're going to for a hard turn. Second battleship line will follow soon. Light cruisers, please hit those destroyers. Of course, all my ships, torpedo boats even, not destroyers, all my ships are currently like, ooh, one enemy ship to shoot at, so let's do so. I fear for the life of my light cruiser in this regard. Knowing my luck, my own battleships will blow her up pretty soon. Battleship line 1. Ah, look at that. First enemy destroyer. Torpedo boat is gone. Very well. Light cruisers. Turn back. Battleship line 2. Start your turn. Heavy cruisers Shoot them, please. Shoot them, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them. Don't launch your torpedoes at me, you bastards. This is a torpedo-free zone, so shoo. This is the problem of having a fleet with not enough escort ships. Tell me I blew up the torpedo. No. Oh god, this is gonna hurt. So early in the game and already 2 engines down. That is really unfortunate. I really had hoped to keep those heavy cruisers onto the fields for a while longer. However, rather a heavy cruiser hit than one of my battleships. Well, we survived the first charge of enemy torpedo boats. My heavy cruisers will turn east again, followed by the first battleship group, and my light cruiser squadron will turn back on itself. The second heavy cruiser squadron is down to 2 ships. The Europe, well, she's out of the fight. 1 torpedo was all it took. Makes sense. These ships, well, they're starting to show their age and have no proper torpedo protection, so yeah, well done by the AI. Of course, they lost quite a few escort ships, and in fact, I'm feeling confident enough that I can start moving some of my ships further in. We're back at 10 times speed, so the enemy destroyers attacked, but the other ships didn't. Or at least, maybe they did, they do, but they're a bit further out, probably escorting the battleships. Seeing the course of the battleships, I would like to make another course correction for my fleet. Like that. The light cruisers, you know what? Let's smoke up. Heavy cruiser 2, follow number 1. Ooh, we finally see some smoke. So most of their light cruisers will be here. That means this is the tip of the enemy fleet, so we might be seeing some heavier ships here. I wonder how long they will last. Light cruisers dare to be different. In fact, there come the torpedo boats again. The last ship of my battleships. What's going on here? Oh, it's 2 divisions crossing each other's bows. Okay. That shouldn't happen, really. We're pounding the enemy cruiser right now. Most of the fire, however, proves to be ineffective. Mostly due to the missing. Switching to high explosives in the hope to start a few fires on this heavy cruiser and slow her down. Light cruisers continue on a new course, please. Battleships, okay. I want this division shooting there, you guys shooting there, and you guys, well, you're definitely not shooting that target anymore. In fact, I lost sight. Do have a problem. This light cruiser, this heavy cruiser, excuse me, does not have the speed to get away. I'm actually tempted to turn back on myself and hit that enemy light group and protect my heavy cruiser. Not losing the heavy cruiser would be something I would enjoy. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Shoot that target, please. And Zara is in the line of fire. And problem solved. Okay, we are going to turn around and save my heavy cruiser. Division 1, turn. Division 2, turn. Heavy cruiser 1, heavy cruiser 2. Light cruisers are already in position. Second heavy cruiser is going down. Good. That also means my ships will stop shooting for a bit. Why do I care? Well, ammo. These ships have a normal ammo supply and I'm worried. I'm worried I'm not carrying enough ammunition to actually deal with the entire enemy fleet. Hits like these, an 11-inch that does 2k damage, does help a bit. I'm moving in with my light cruisers to spot the enemy. In the meanwhile, my heavy cruisers have turned around and they are moving in as well. My battleship lines, the first ships have changed course and are on their way. Light cruisers, turn around please. Good hit on that torpedo boat. So far, this battle is going splendidly. And I must admit, my 9-inch battleships, you know what, let's take a look. My 11-inchers, remember I have 6 battleships with 11-inch guns. They did nearly 3k damage. My 9-inchers did 2.2k damage. I'm not unhappy with that. Of course, my 8-inchers did 5k damage. They're my main killers right now. The 8-inchers. Seriously, what are my 8-inchers? Those are my cruisers. My heavy cruisers have done most damage so far in this battle. Color me surprised. Light cruisers. That torpedo boat, please. It needs to go. Heavy cruisers, come on. Wait a minute. 16. The Alfred is a different heavy cruiser than the others. The Alfred is a ship that has 18 knots top speed. This one I'm going to detach and full speed ahead please. The other 18 knot heavy cruiser was probably the one that got sunk. Rather frustrating. However, one is enough for my testing purposes. This torpedo boat has seen better days. So has this one. It's just sank, never saw it, but hey. Enemy warship there, no. Heavy cruisers, you're gonna focus your fire on these light cruisers. I want to whittle those enemy escorts down, because they are, in essence, the greatest threat to my battleships. My battleships, you know, enemy battleships won't stand a chance against these. It's the light ships I'm worried about. And my main objective will not be to nuke these heavier ships, no. 10-inch guns, right? My main objective will be to eliminate as many ships as possible. And to do that, I need to hit these light cruisers, torpedo boats, and so on. Whittle down their numbers. And then I have overwhelming firepower remaining to deal with these few battleships that the enemy deployed. Now look at my formation, looking good, and yes, we saved our heavy cruiser. That does remind me, yeah, you used to be one of the 18 knots heavy cruisers. 5 times speed, please. That battleship division is turning in a bit. Let's do the same with this one. Light cruisers. The enemy really wants to kill my light cruisers. Well, makes sense, because they're my primary spotting unit. But I don't think they will succeed. By now, my heavy cruisers have caught up to the fight. And let's start shooting the proper targets, shall we? Light cruisers can take a bit of a distance now. In fact, light cruisers cross in between the battleship lines. Because when these light cruisers are gone, my main fleets will turn around again and go northeast, I think. But first, let's deal with this issue. You, 3. Okay, those first 3 need to die first. My heavy cruisers are focusing on the others. Oh, torpedo detonation. Splendid. Look at this poor ship. Oh, look at this poor ship. The Budrock has seen better days. 30 seconds ago, this was an intact warship. Now it's a burning wreckage. Heavy cruisers, you're going to start to turn. Battleship line 1, start to turn as well. Go full broadside towards the enemy. If the AI would, you know, use their escort ships in a more aggressive manner, I think I would have had a real challenge with this fight. However, as it stands right now, I think it should be relative fine. I don't expect to take many losses. Not the way this battle is progressing. If it continues like this, I'll be quite pleased. Ooh, the Sankt Andrea has seen better days. Ooh. Many light cruisers just got obliterated. Next up, battleships, 11-inchers. Target your main guns on the enemy battleship and secondaries on these, well, heavy cruisers I think they are. In that regard, I want these ships to change course. 9-inchers. 9-inchers number 2. We have incoming cruisers. Fortunately, they do not have torpedoes, so they won't be able to do much to me. And I'm confident that my 9-inch battleship line, the second line from here, will be able to do some real damage against them. In the meanwhile, my heavy cruisers are falling back to provide extra screening against for my battleships against the enemy task force. Try to cut in that line, please. Where did I leave my light cruisers? There. Okay, the first enemy heavy cruiser is falling back into their lines. Let's target the second one. Heavy cruisers. We get a charging torpedo boat. Battleships. Secondaries. Help a bit. Get rid of that torpedo boat charge. Thank you very much. Okay, my last heavy cruisers have crossed the line again. Rail Oak, we're going to turn northwest. Okay, this torpedo boat is a goner. Your charge has failed quite spectacularly, I might add. And 9-inchers continue, and my 11-inchers, as you can see, have been hitting the Carl. 1.7k damage, 1 real hit. Auto, please. You guys as well, you guys as well. So the first enemy battleship is falling out of their formation, and I should be able to catch it with relative ease now. In the meanwhile, my cruisers continue to harass the enemy cruisers. My light cruiser group is slowly getting back into the battlefield. They've done some good work at the start of the battle, and despite what some of you might think, I'm not unhappy that I let them fall back as much as they did. I admit it wasn't the intention. However, knowing how quickly I tend to throw my light cruisers away, this is pretty good. They live a bit longer. I really like these two divisions to cross each other's T. I would like my 9-inch battleship division to be on front and the 11-inchers behind them. Let's hope they don't crash too much into each other while they do so. Heavy cruiser. You know what? Move in, see if there is anything else in this sector. You guys, what are you targeting? The battleship? No. You got not the right guns for that. You guys will all shoot that heavy cruiser. There we go. The first one crossed the line perfectly. And form up. Second one will hit the other one, but at least there is no friendly ramming damage, as far as I know. Although it may be possible to lose crew when you do so. I'm not entirely sure. It's something I heard. Something I saw in another stream. I don't know. If one of you guys know, please tell me. If you ram your own ships, will it have consequences? It really should have consequences. However, before they implement that, they need to change the way, especially how the ships start a game. Because let's face it, that's not perfect. Enemy cruiser down. Second enemy cruiser has taken heavy damage. You are smoking up, so you're a light cruiser. And there are some light cruisers escorting the battleships as well. My battleship groups are pretty much charging in at the enemy battleship right now. I really want to sink the Carl. That is one of my primary objectives currently in this fight. My heavy cruiser, in the meanwhile, is taking a bit of fire. So far, however, not a lot of damage has been done. I got the feeling that the enemy fleets are in retreat as well at the current stage, so I'm going to push in a bit more aggressively, and for that I also need you guys. My light cruisers are back in business. Please finish off the Dornburn. The Donban. 2% floatability, 0.80. Thank you. Heavy cruisers, make a turn. I need more intelligence data. Luckily, these heavy cruisers can take a hit. They're 7.3-inch main belts. And yeah, 7.3, it's not different, is it? 4-inch fore aft. Yeah, okay, it's the same on these ships. These ships can take quite a bit of fire before going down. If it's not a torpedo, anyway. My ships do seem to have a tiny issue with those. Aaron, come on. Slow down. Come on, Aaron. Be a good girl. And back to flank speed, if you please. The Alfred, in the meanwhile, shows what a king is supposed to do. It charges in straight into the enemy division and causes havoc. Of course, there he is followed by his two loyal knights, the Powerful and the Cressy. Forwards for victory. The Royal Oak, 9-inch division. Let's focus on that light cruiser and take it down. The big guns division will focus the big guns there and the light guns on the heavy cruiser. The same goes for this division. I want your light guns on that target because we're going to cut straight in between the enemy fleets. King Alfred, target the next torpedo boat, please. And Powerful and Cressy, main guns, secondary guns. The Carl is pretty much stationary, I think. No, it is moving, but very slowly. King Alfred, you're taking some fire. I fully expect I'm gonna lose the Alfred at this rate. Do I care? Nope. I do not. I would like her to remain a bit intact though. These heavy cruisers on the flank worry me a bit. Ooh, and there's a torpedo boat as well. Torpedo boat worries me more. Secondaries, no good. Hail to the king. In the meanwhile, my light cruisers have rejoined the fleet, and light cruisers help finish off that ship. These two guys get me some high explosive fire on the Carl. The king, in the meanwhile, has decimated a torpedo boat. Yeah, 27k damage done. If we look at total damage done, you'll see the 8-inch guns are doing so great, but also pay attention to the 3-inchers, who did 71,000 damage. The 3-inchers are, of course, the secondary batteries I got on my heavy cruisers. And they're doing great work. The 1.1s, so basically the 2-inch guns on the battleships, not so much, but they're fun to have. Light cruisers close in on the enemy battleship, prepare for torpedo attack to finish her off. We cut off these two heavy cruisers from the enemy main fleet. Let's give them a welcome, shall we? My battleships are spreading out quite far in the current formation. That will have some issues later in the game, like the Royal Oak running out of ammo while the Magnificent has hardly fired a shot. So eventually I'll be forced to pull out some of my frontline battleships so other ships can take their place, I suppose. Look at how the enemy cruisers flee. And I don't want you to flee, so more fire on the Kaiserin Elizabeth, please. Light cruisers, looking good. Please smoke up. Just to remind myself, I got side-mounted launchers on these ships. Make a slight turn. Heavy cruisers, harass that light cruiser if you please. Kaiserin Elizabeth went down. I guess I poured enough fire on her. Let's ruin the second cruiser. And after that, well, we'll see what we'll do after that. In fact, I do know what I want to do after that. You are going to move. You are going to turn fairly quickly towards the enemy formations. Light cruisers. Oh, of course, when I'm about to launch my torpedoes, my light cruiser decides to get hit. You bastards. Oh, look at that battleship going down. Let me guess, that was, yes indeed, friendly fire. Well done to me. Can't have a battle without friendly fire, now can I? You are out. You guys cover your sister ship as she retreats. With the destruction of the Tulin, I should be fine here. These two light cruisers are both badly damaged and won't pose a major threat to my task forces. Okay. Light cruisers, turn. It's annoying, I often want to move my ships and then I click at the text here that says torpedo and then nothing happens. That ruined my game in more than one occasion when I thought I told my ships to turn, to move around, and they didn't. My second light cruiser has taken a hit. How rude. He also lost an engine, or well, she. So yeah, in my opinion, she's no longer combat capable. I'm gonna pull her out. While the rest of my fleet is, well, chasing after the enemy. And I'm going for a chase formation, I think. You know, at first I wanted to just, change my formation into 4 or 5 battleship divisions, but let's not. You guys turn abreast. You go there abreast, and of course, you guys will also turn abreast. We're just going straight ahead. Whoa! Seriously, are you guys going after my heavy cruiser? Heavy cruiser is far away. 13 kilometers. If I turn my heavy cruiser there, light cruiser, that direction please, heavy cruisers. I'm going to slightly change course on my escort ships. And their mission will be to go towards our heavy cruiser. Just in case, I don't want to lose her. And the enemy seems to be on an intercept course. The rest of my ships will just, the rest of my ships being my battleships, will simply charge in towards the main enemy formations. So, Battleship Group 1, this direction to 3. Let's have some fun, shall we? This light cruiser, the rear guard of the enemy formation, is done for. Another one sleeping with the fishies. Almost out of ammo, almost out of floatability, 0.6, 0.7, 0. Good. By now, the enemy fleet, as you can see, has been withered down quite a bit. At this rate, it looks like I'm going to completely murder them. Light cruiser has found something annoying, so heavy cruisers, please join the shooting at it. These torpedo boats need to go after all. Battleships, where are you? Just look at the amount of battleships. And to think of, I started this campaign with, 3, 4, 6, like 9 battleships. I've increased their number quite a bit. Light cruiser really needs to disengage now because it's taking too much fire, and it's the last light cruiser I have. And like half the enemy fleet is shooting her, if not more. Straight ahead, heavy cruiser, turn a bit. Okay, this division. You guys shoot there, you guys shoot there. Heavy division. You know what? Hit their heavy ship with your main guns. Meanwhile, the last ship, the Erin, is finally in the right direction. Of course, I had to slow the Erin down earlier to get them to stop hitting one another. Hashtag formations and hashtag ramming your own vessels. There is another torpedo boat coming in. I'm gonna target her with my heavy cruisers. I don't really need to destroy the torpedo boats, just damage them. 1 or 2 floodings will make this ship a non-issue for the rest of the battle. Come on, heavy cruisers. You know what to do. The torpedo boat bites the dust. Light cruiser is back on course. A good hit on the torpedo boat and on the light cruisers. More and more enemy battleships are being spotted. 3, 4, 5 now. The Kronprinz Erzherzog Rudolf will be my primary target, and then I'm going to work my way down. Of course, primary target for my 11-inch battleship group. The other battleship groups will, for the time being, continue harassing the light cruisers with those 9-inch guns. Talking about the 9-inch guns, 5,000 damage. They're really underperforming. I really should remodel those battleships. The thing is, if I add like 10-inch guns on that battleship, I will need to completely modify it. I will need to change the position of the primary superstructure, secondary superstructure, and all of that. And then it's just a normal, boring battleship. Because these 9-inchers, they fit here, but they do not fit a 10-incher or higher. That does ruin things. What also ruined things for the 9-inchers has been that in the past, I don't know, 10 minutes, they have been charging the enemy, and these guns do not fire straight ahead. So I'm going to turn the Royal Oaks division this way and then around the enemy. The 2nd division with their 9-inchers should be able to fire properly. And yeah, that light cruiser is having a bit of an issue. Don't like the torpedo boat there. 9-inchers, do your duty for God, King and Country. The King Alfred. Go in. Charge in there, charge in there. The enemies, oh, the enemies. Look at that. Did I see? Yeah, there's fire coming from this direction. Europe. Turn. Come on. You guys should be able to finish this more quickly. High explosives. No, 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 no. AP, please. Yeah, turn like that. I admit I seldom use the abreast formation, but I figured, you know what, that might be fun for this battle. Something you don't see a lot. Most people, frankly, most people that I've seen play this game, you know, they use the standard ahead formation. Not that there's anything wrong with that, honestly. It's probably the better formation of the two. This light cruiser is taking quite some fire and should be dead just in time, because these heavy cruisers were about to get in torpedo range. Bang. Another group of escort ships eliminated. Okay, you guys, I want your primary guns there, secondaries there. Let's see if we can ruin a battleship. I would like to, at the end of the battle, at least sink these two battleships as well. I hope, because look at the time. We've been going for around 40 minutes now, and time is starting to run out. The enemy has perfected the art of retreating, sadly enough. And I need to kill stuff. Battleships, all guns, focus. Oh dear, no, 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 no. Oh, I hate it when this happens. This wasn't what I wanted. Am I going to... You know what? Ahead formation. Just keep going. Don't care. These battleships will fall in. Might even be for the best. Heavy cruisers. Please shoot that light cruiser. That light cruiser has to go. Why? Well, there are some battleships heading this way. Please tell me. Oh god. Yeah. Formations. Whoops. What can I say? We have 23 minutes of game time remaining. Is that light cruiser gone? Yes, she is. These two light cruisers are undamaged. This one is damaged. Focus fire on the damaged light cruiser, if you please. Notice the amount of ammo on my heavy cruisers. They're starting to run low. So, light cruiser charge in. If you can get a torpedo hit off, it would be very nice. Battleships, secondaries, if you can assist the heavy cruisers for a bit. And bring the Admiral Spawn down, it would be appreciated. Heavy cruisers, secondaries, come on. Time is running out, yeah, for all of us. "19 minutes remaining. Battleships. All fire once again on that battleship. I'm worried that I'm hitting my own cruisers with the secondary batteries. Something is crashing into each other. The Duke of York and the Redoubtable. Don't care. Heavy cruisers continue murdering those light cruisers. And battleships. I would have liked to end up in this position, like with an hour to spare, so I could murder the enemy battleships with a bit more time. However, it was not meant to be. Should I have done something differently? Maybe. I could have pushed in far more aggressively. I admit I did not look at the time. And that is a bit of a shame. I do have torpedoes on my battleships. The enemy does not. Move in. I might lose a battleship or two due to this. Let's do it. Come on. Charge in. Main batteries there. Torpedoes. Try to get the Albert with a torpedo salvo. Of course, well, salvo is a big word. My light cruiser decided to poke fun at the enemy cruiser. The Stark went down. Oh my god, that was a lot faster than anticipated. I guess those light 3-inch high explosive and 5-inch? Yeah, those 5-inchers as well are wrecking enemy ships. 11 minutes to go. Light cruiser, come about. This heavy cruiser survived. I'm surprised, I admit. Didn't think he would. For a moment I thought the enemy would charge in at her. Okay, one of my battleships is damaged. The problem is I can't select it. No matter where I click the help thing. Oh, wait, there we go. Thank you. You, detach. The Resolution did an awesome job. Division, fire your secondaries there for a moment. Kill the torpedo boat. Aggressive torpedo launch, come on baby. Where are your torpedoes mounted? Side mount, right? Yeah, I usually mount them to the sides of my ships. This is a bit of a waste of secondaries. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You're not gonna get a torpedo strike. He's too fast. Okay, battleships, all guns back on the Albert. Torpedo away! Am I going to get a dud in the campaign once more? I'm going to get a torpedo that decided at the last second to turn around. That is unfortunate. I mean, it would have been nice to end this campaign with a torpedo attack on an enemy vessel. Secondaries for a second on that torpedo boat, please. Yes, thank you. And main guns on the next battleship. We have 5 minutes remaining. After that, darkness will set in, and it will be too dark to continue this fight, and the fleets will be forced to disengage, even though I have a decisive advantage currently. My heavy cruisers are slowly going around, and oh, look at that. The last battleship finally got into formation. This formation is way too big, but honestly I couldn't be bothered anymore to change it around, to redo everything for the last, couple of seconds of game, couple of minutes of game. I do want to detach you and have you move in this direction. I wouldn't be surprised if the Austro-Hungarian Empire will ask for peace after this battle. After all, their fleet has been decimated. I'm coming up at, well, 390k damage against 14. I'm utterly disappointed in what the AI threw at me. I was thinking I was getting a fun fight. What I got was a slaughter. This will change later in the campaign, of course, when the torpedoes will gain more range. And the time is up. 53 enemy vessels sunk. Ladies and gentlemen, 24,000 victory points. The enemy lost 12,000 crew members versus 282 of mine. The Resolution has been damaged, and the Alfred has been damaged, and the Melpomene has been damaged. I hate that name, by the way. I can't pronounce it properly. The enemy lost 4 battleships. A bit of a shame. I had hoped to kill more. Of the 11 cruisers, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of their heavy cruisers went down. 18 light cruisers are lying at the bottom of the sea, and a lot, in fact all of their torpedo boats, all 25 of them, have become artificial reefs in the Mediterranean. Like I said, they want us to sign a peace, and actually I'm going to agree to it. Why am I not finishing them off? Don't want to. I want the campaign to last longer. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. A massacre on the Austrian side. Light damage on my battleships. The Resolution, medium damage. Let me guess. Ooh, 3 months. 2 months on the Europe, 3 months on the Alfred, and the light cruiser also 3 months. A lot of my ships took some shrapnel, but nothing serious. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, comes an end to this episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. I will see you next time when we continue this campaign as the United Kingdom. Until then, goodbye!